Have a look at this here. I organized this place to live here for the rest of our days. Now I have to pull it down.
At the age of 84, Alex Tufekcic is packing up a lifetime of memories. He and his wife Leonie are due to be evicted from their home in just over a week, on her birthday.
A lovely little present for a lady that has been helping people as a nurse all her life. Now she's being kicked to live on the street.
Alex never imagined he was at risk of becoming homeless when he paid more than $200,000 to secure a long-term lease in a house where he was told he could enjoy a comfortable retirement. Alex is one of more than 100 people to sign up to a scheme called Sterling New Life, which has turned into a nightmare that's left them destitute.
With Sterling New Life, there are no weekly or ongoing fees and no exit fees when you decide to leave.
In June 2019, the Sterling Group collapsed, leaving those customers with losses of more than $18 million.
Anger. What else could I be? We went to the solicitor, and solicitor said that he looked into the case and everything seems to be legally viable and correct.
You know, inquiries like this, they can be a bit painful. And of course I regret these people have lost their savings.
The corporate regulator is under scrutiny at a Senate inquiry where it's defending its actions. The senators are considering whether ASIC should have stepped in earlier to protect elderly investors.
I'm sort of reluctant to sort of just blatantly apologise, because I think that is something that I think is inappropriate.
I would say that ASIC is under an enormous amount of strain and pressure. This is a case of regulatory catastrophe.
What few Sterling New Life customers understood was they were considered investors in a managed investment scheme. Their money went into the Sterling Income Trust and was put into property-related investments that were meant to cover the rent.
We didn't think we were investing it, we thought we were buying a 40-year lease.
ASIC has been forced to release confidential documents to the inquiry which show in mid-2015, an ASIC staff member raised concerns about possible misleading or deceptive conduct. Red flags were also raised by Western Australia's Consumer Protection Office in March 2017. But ASIC would wait another year and 3 months before launching an enforcement investigation, where they called elderly customers.
In June 2018, I received a phone call from an ASIC investigative officer who was after documentation as to around the lease and the contracts that we'd signed. And this we provided to him, and I asked him the question, does this mean that our money's in jeopardy? And he said it's too early to tell because we've only just started the investigation.
I respect his ardour.
Former ASIC investigator and barrister Niall Coburn told the inquiry an enforcement investigation to obtain a court injunction should have been launched after the West Australian regulator raised concerns with ASIC.
Honestly, it is actually incredible that ASIC would wait a year to commence an investigation.
The evidence would not have supported going off to court, certainly not with the alacrity and enthusiasm that the inquiry heard earlier in the week.
ASIC has defended issuing the company with a stop order in August 2017 on the grounds that investors were being given misleading or deceptive information. The company changed its documentation and continued to sign up new customers. The head of ASIC admits the regulator was busy elsewhere.
In the 3 to 6 months later, we could have asked more questions. But in terms of our process, at the time, there were several other collapses that the office was looking at in Western Australia.
It's not slow of the mark, it's a failure to act, and they are two different things.
A confidential internal overview after Sterling's collapse found Theta, the company legally responsible for the Sterling Income Trust, had a long history of breaches and non-compliance dating back to 2010. and an unnamed figure has a concerning history with the regulator related to other investment schemes, and he was the subject of a few investigations.
If ASIC have raised those concerns internally, then why wasn't the public notified?
Kath Dahl believes strong early intervention could have prevented her mother, Suzanne, from signing up.
As a result of the collapse, she's lost all of that, 190,000, and as surviving solely on her disability pension.
In late 2017, Sterling created a brand new company structure called Silverlink. It then signed up 39 new customers, including Kath's mother, raising another $7.5 million. ASIC now claims the Sterling Group deliberately concealed this fundraising, alleging criminal conduct may have been involved.
They were able to raise another $7.5 million from vulnerable investors. Again, to me, just shows that ASIC was not paying close enough attention.
And we discharged our duties and responsibilities in good faith. And regulation is all about making choices and decisions based on what we know at the time.
Alex Tufekcic has no idea where he's going to live, so he's putting his possessions into storage. Alex wants the inquiry to recommend victims receive compensation, a call that's likely to meet resistance.
We had 2.5 years of hell. My marriage almost broke down the other day.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.